What is going on? Another week and another little scrimmage video. I should have one more after this, probably next week or the week after. But I think this will be one of the larger ones. For some reason, the section of the monster that this grouping was in was just jam-packed. So we will go through here like in weeks past. There's a story to tell. I'll tell the story. If not, we'll just kind of get through it. So a lot of this stuff is PC. After these videos, what I've been doing is kind of, I guess, really doing some soul searching on if I want to keep it PC or if I want to put it in my eBay store. If you haven't seen my eBay store, it's pretty loaded right now. There's about 430 items, and probably 400 of them are slabbed autographs, and with most of those being NFL Hall of Fame autographs. It's hard for me to do today. This talking is difficult. So let's get to it. Khalil Mack, at one point, he was TTMing, I mean, for a brief window. I unfortunately missed that window and ended up getting this card from, I think, Mill Creek on eBay. And if you remember, at like one time, Khalil Mack, like, he was the man, dude. And then he got, I believe, traded to the Bears. And a lot of people in the NFL world were like, oh man, like this is where he's going to get his big break. And he's still a hell of a football player, but he just kind of, I don't want to say went down, but just got really, really quiet. You know, you don't hear a whole lot about him. This next grouping, I'm about to show a grip of Peyton Manning autographs. This is the entire player era run for one card that was released for every year that he played in the NFL, and there's a ton of them here. So we'll go ahead and get to this. As most of you might know, he signed TTM for many, many, many years, and he still does fairly often, but now I don't know this to be true, but I feel like they put your address and name in like a database, and so if you've used that address, you're very unlikely to get a return from that same address you mailed to. So this definitely was not a TTM, and yes, I know the lighting is awful and I apologize. Just the way the sun and the light and the moon and the stars and the street sweeper and the trash was lined up, it's not great for lighting, so we're going to do with what we do. We're going to do with what we got here. This is a 1998 Topps Chrome Refractor. Man, if you remember one time during the pandemic, these things were ridiculous expensive, man. I mean, stupid. I happened to buy this unsigned right before they went to the moon. I think I still paid like $800 for it. But man, at one time, I'm wanting to say they were like $4 or $5 grand, man, for just like a raw copy. It was insane. So 99 Topps, 2000. I always like this design. 2001, 2002. There's another design I really enjoy. 2003 Topps. 2004. It's so freaking many Peyton Manning autographs. 2005. And at one time, like, I had a ton of the subset cards as well, like league leaders or passing leaders or stuff like that. Or Pro Bowl was another one that Topps did a lot of, Pro Bowl cards. I've since put a lot of those already in my eBay store, and I think, honestly, most of these are going to end up in my eBay store, with the exception of that refractor. I'll be keeping that rookie refractor for quite some time. This one is just gorgeous. You hardly ever got a signature like this via TTM, but this was via TTM. Nice, bold, dark signature. 2007, 2008, 09, 2010, 11, and then he moved to the Broncos. So then you got 12, 2013, and this is a refractor. I think I got this. I think I bought this from my buddy Sean Gandhi. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe I did. 2014, 2015 refractor, and then remember 2016 Topps lost the license to make NFL cards, so you can't keep the player era run with Topps, and so then I went to 2016 Prestige, which I guess I probably should have went with Prism, but you know, whatever. Nonetheless, that's the entire Peyton Manning player era run, and I never did a Peyton Manning player era video, and that was something that was like a really, really big goal of mine for many years, was to complete that and to shoot a video. And I guess I just kind of ran out of steam, and I didn't do it. I met the goal, but I didn't really cross the line with doing the player era project video. I mean, I had the thumbnail and everything, so just really lost steam right at the end. This is a 1952 Bowman Small, Gino Marchetti. He was one heck of a TTMer, man, for a very long time. He passed away probably 6-7 years by now. Time gets away from me. I always get corrected in these videos when I misspeak. I'll have like 2 or 3 of you will PM me, and that's fine. That's fine. I just kind of let it flow, and whatever comes out the mouth comes out. This is a 84 Dan Marino rookie, and then this next little batch is kind of almost a complete Dan Marino player era run. And believe it or not, all of these were obtained via TTM, which is wild because Dan Marino isn't known to be a TTMer. So this is 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. I've always really liked this set design, especially the refractors, but the 96 Topps. And then I could be just off the top of my head, I think this is his last player era card, and the autograph is really kind of crappy, but it's there, and that is 1999. Moving on, this was via a paid signing many moons ago. This is the 1995 SP Curtis Martin rookie with the Hall of Fame inscription. This was a TTM 2014 Topps Chrome Green Refractor, Zach Martin. This dude's definitely going to be a future Hall of Famer. One hell of a ball player for Dallas for quite a long time. What's funny is I just watched that game. What's today? Today's Tuesday. So I just watched that game, was maybe Sunday night. I think they were on the Sunday night game this week, and they were talking about Zach Martin being the old man. And I'm like, damn, dude, like I still remember, I feel like him and like Travis, was it Fredrickson, like just came in the league like last week, I feel like. So when they were like, oh, he's the old man, I was like, God, dog, dude, like where the hell has time gone? This one was TTM. Kevin Malawi, before he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, I kind of was Hall of Fame prospecting, if you will, and I kind of thought he would get in, and I sent to him, got him, and I mean, at the time I was sharing some of my successes with my buddies, and none of them could get him. It's like he shut it down after that. Next, we got 2 1961 Don Maynard rookies, one in a blue Sharpie, one in a black Sharpie. Oh, man. These are so cool. 1952 Bowman Small Hugh McElhaney rookie. Art McNally. He just got in the Hall of Fame not too long ago. He has some, quite a bit actually, business cards, signed business cards floating around. I don't know. I think I have a minor infatuation with signed business cards, so I really would like one of those. Almost to replace this one, but this is super cool nonetheless. I got this as a purchase after he passed away and after he was in the Hall of Fame, so I kind of paid up on that. 2011 Topps Chrome Refractor Von Miller. For many moons, I tried to get this dude TTM, man. It ended up working on a trick where I think I ended up sending to Reggie Herring, which he was like the defensive line coach at the time for the Broncos. And that's how I got this. For a long time, like, he wasn't doing any signings. I think he's recently done a couple in the past couple years. But when I obtained this autograph, man, this one was super special. Just because he was really tough to get. And there really wasn't any signed like refractor rookies on the World Wide Web. This was a purchase a couple years back, a 1959 Topps Bobby Mitchell rookie. When I bought this, he'd already passed on, so you kind of have to get it how you can get it sometimes. This was a TTM 1960 Fleer Ron Mix with the inscription Intellectual Assassin, which is so gangster. Such a freaking awesome nickname. And then Hall of Fame, what is that, 79, I believe it says. One of the greatest Hall of Fame TTMers maybe ever. Lenny Moore. This is a Lenny Moore rookie. Man, this dude has signed for decades and still signs to this day. He's not a spring chicken. It says here he was born in 33, you know, and it's year 23, so you do the math. 90 years old, still signing away. That's pretty impressive. I think it really shows an appreciation for his fans, if nothing else. This was via a paid signing, 1981 Art Monk. I remember I was stationed in Virginia Beach, and it came out that he was going to be doing a paid signing. And he hadn't signed at the time in a long time. And then it was like a month or two after that, they came out and said Darryl Green was doing a signing. And same thing, he hadn't done a signing in a long time. So I remember I was able to get the Art Monk rookie and the Darryl Green rookie within a couple months. You know, when you're working on any project, really, but I'm talking NFL Hall of Fame rookies, it's kind of special when you can nail two of them, you know, kind of back to back. And they weren't terribly expensive. But that is how I obtained that one. This little fella, this 1981 Topps Joe Montana PSA DNA 10 on the autograph with the Hall of Fame inscription. This is not a cheap card. It wasn't cheap when I got it, and it's definitely not cheap now. I'm wanting to say, I'm going to get this wrong. I'm wanting to say he's like $499 at a paid signing for you to get a rookie card signed, and then his inscriptions are like $250. So, yeah, not a cheap card. I mean, I think these go for like $8 to $9, maybe $1,000. Maybe with the PSA DNA 10, this might be worth $1,000. This is actually a temp placeholder because at this last national, I had one of Mike's coworkers. I'm not going to say his name. I almost slipped up and said his name. But one of Mike's coworkers was able to get him in the back room at TriStar for me, the autograph pavilion, and I got 3 inscriptions. So that card is currently at PSA. So hopefully it comes back. I think I did dual grading, so with the card grade and the autograph grade. So if that's like a 810 or a 910, anyways, that card should blow this one out of the water. But really badass nonetheless. Next, when I bought this card, it was pricey, but it wasn't, that pricey. And that is a 1998 Topps Chrome Refractor Randy Moss. Now, this card has since became very, very hard to find and very, very pricey. I can't tell you like the current comps. I don't know what the current comps are. I do know a couple years back I seen one sell. Well, a couple years back, hell, everything was expensive. So I guess I digress. It's probably not as much as it was then, but I remember seeing an auction of one of these end, and I about defecated in my freaking pants, man. I was just blown away at how much it went for. And this is in blue Sharpie with the Hall of Fame inscription, PSA DNA 10 on the autograph, and it's a refractor. Absolutely gorgeous card. This one will not be going on eBay anytime soon. That one's going to be sticking around for a while. This one was a TTM, 1985 Topps Mike Munchak rookie with the Hall of Fame inscription and Love Ya Blue, which was kind of a little motto of the Houston Oilers back in the mid-'80s. Anthony Munoz rookie. This was definitely a TTM. Same with this, Ozzie Newsome. Amazing TTMer. Next is a 1972 Topps John Nealon. So if you don't know who John Nealon is and you're a football guy, look him up. I would be blown away if this dude isn't in the Hall of Fame in the next 5 years. So at the time I got this, I was doing some Hall of Fame prospecting, and I seen like how many Pro Bowls he had and championships he had and all that, and I just couldn't believe that this dude was not in. I hadn't seen any TTMs from him. I went on eBay at the time, and there was hardly any autographs. And so I found an address, and I wrote him, and I got an email back. And it was actually his wife thanking me for writing him, and she said John will be signing my items, and because I sent 2 cards, would be signing my items, and if I ever wanted anything else signed, just let her know. So I got those back, and then a couple years later, maybe a year later, I don't know, I wrote her again, and I still had that same email. So I emailed her from that old email, so she'd kind of have a little background of who I was. And I was like, hey, I had a couple more cards of John's I would like to get signed if that's possible. And she was like, absolutely, just drop them in the mail, and I'll let you know when we get them. And she did. She emailed me and let me know when she got them, and he signed them and sent them back. So super cool kind of TTM story, but I'm telling you, this dude will be in the Hall of Fame one day. It's kind of a shame that he's not right now. 1996 Stadium Club Jonathan Ogden rookie. So this was a paid signing at CSA. I still have the ticket on the back. And in my opinion, and I'm sure this echoes the opinion of a lot of autograph collectors, there's nothing shittier than when you do a paid signing and you send in your autograph for grading and it gets a 9 or anything other than a 10. And this one got a 9, and I was just gutted. I remember when I seen this order come back, I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me, man. But it is signed in gold paint pen with a Hall of Fame inscription. And I'm not familiar with 1996 Stadium Club, but like, I wouldn't say that this card is like a refractor. And once again, I apologize for the lighting, but the border that's super thick down here and kind of thin on the sides and non-existent up top, but the border almost acts like a refractor. So really cool. At the time, I didn't know what his true rookie was. Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of started this whole series because I hadn't seen a lot of these cards in ages, and that's a card that, oh man, I think I want to send it in and have that auto grade removed, because for me the eye appeal, like, it's kind of gross. But man, the card and the autograph itself are just freaking gorgeous, man. Super cool. Sorry about that. Amazing TTMer, this next guy, for a long time. I haven't seen a TTM from him in a while. But I'm sure he's still signing because he did so well for so long. This is a 1961 Topps Gem Auto. And I actually have two of them here. Let's see. What's the differences? So this one is just base, no inscription, anything like that. And then this other one has 10-time All-Pro Hall of Fame 86. And it's a PSA DNA 10. Perfect 10 on the autograph. Oh, this next guy. Special individual right here. I don't mean special as in freaking, oh man, he's one of a kind. I mean special. And man, this dude loves him some him. And this is going to be a 2000 SP authentic buyback from 1999 SP. Authentic, yep, this is all on the slab. And this is Mr. Terrell Owens. So when this dude got in the Hall of Fame, I remember just being super excited because there's a couple of his rookie cards that I was like, damn, dude, I would love to get these signed and having the PC. And to the best of my knowledge, like, he hasn't done a freaking signing since he's been in the Hall of Fame. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how long. He's probably been in the Hall 5-6 years now. But once again, and maybe he has done a signing. But to the best of my knowledge, he hasn't. And it's a damn shame, man, because there's so many NFL Hall of Fame collectors that would love to have him on their helmets or different pieces in their collection. And I mean, obviously most of these guys don't need the money, but especially like him, you know, he's kind of a newer era, so they were paid a lot more, so he doesn't need the money. But it just kind of bothers me, I guess, on a personal level, that, like, damn, dude, like, you know how many fans you have that would love to have a piece of your freaking squiggly signature in their collections, and they would cherish, you know. But yeah, anyways, I'll get off my high horse. I bought this on eBay at the time. It was, I think this is like Beckett, not Beckett. This is straight up Upper Deck authenticated. This was a pack pulled card, and so, or certified autograph, I guess you would call it. And so I bought this at the time, sent it to PSA just so I would have a Terrell Owens in my NFL Hall of Fame collection. Whew, that was a hell of a story. Next, via paid signing, 1997 SP Authentic, Orlando Pace with the Hall of Fame inscription. I don't remember where I sent this in, if it was TriStar, the National, or GTSM, or Chantilly. But yeah, this was via paid signing. You know, and paid signings, they kind of suck because they're really rough on your wallet. But as far as collection or collecting, man, you get such a better signature versus like TTM or in person. You know, they're sitting, normally signing on like a stable surface, and they give a damn because they're getting paid. You know, versus, you know, meeting them at the ballpark or the stadium or at a charity event or something. So I said all that to just because I seen this Orlando Pace signature and it's gorgeous. And if you look at some of his slabbed or authenticated autographs on eBay, dude, some of them are really, really rough looking. This, I think this was a purchase. Pretty confident. This is a 2007 Topps Chrome Blue Refractor. And it's signed in a yellow paint pen. And this thing in person is just ridiculous. This thing is so freaking gorgeous. I would have never, ever, ever thought to marry a yellow paint pen with a blue refractor. But it really works. I mean, really works. I don't know how it looks on camera, but in person, Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy. Looks good. Next, 2002 Topps Chrome. I think these cards were only released like in a refractor format because it doesn't say refractor and it doesn't say refractor on the back, but it's definitely a refractor. And that's the Ed Reed rookie. I mean, you could kind of see the refractorage. Easy for me to say, making up words here. Right there. This was via paid signing, and this is also a placeholder like the Montana. I was able to get him to sign a black refractor, a black rookie refractor at this past year's National. I don't remember if I had him with 3 inscriptions or not. I would think I would, because those damn black refractors are so freaking hard to find. But nonetheless, I mean, I'll show that when it comes in. But this card, and it has a PSA DNA 10 on the autograph. Just gorgeous, man. Really, really nice. Got 2 more. 1986 Topps Jerry Rice rookie. So I'll tell you another story. Man, this one's coming with a lot of stories. So I got off deployment this past April, so April 2023, and Tiffany and I went to City of Industry in California to Frankensons for a signing before, like a week or 2 before the deployment. And I paid for him for his autograph and for 3 inscriptions on a 1986 Topps. And it was $600. It was $150 for the autograph and $150 per inscription. I had him sign GOAT, Hall of Fame, and I think how many receiving yards he had. Turned out freaking gorgeous. I sent it off to PSA as part of a group submission. PSA many months later passed it, mailed it back, and the submission got lost in the mail, man. There's a lot of good friends of mine and a lot of loyal supporters of Slab City that had cards in there. And PSA, and an incredibly long story short, PSA made it right and made it right-ish and ended up cutting me a ridiculous fat check, which I had to divvy up because it was a group submission. I had to divvy up to everyone, and of course I'm the last one to eat off that turd. And dude, I was the largest submitter in that submission. I think I had over 100 cards, and I ended up getting $2,000 out of the money they gave us, and there was so many monsters. I think there was like 3 Iron Sheik, 1982 Wrestling All-Stars, which those are like $500 a piece. My Ric Flair Wrestling All-Star was in there. I had 47 Wrestling All-Stars in that, and as well as just so many other Hall of Fame rookies that were signed. Anyways, it was a freaking absolute nightmare. So now that's lost and never to be seen again, this is kind of, I guess, a placeholder until I can get that card back with 3 inscriptions. Man, it would look so good. And then the last one for this video, it's going to bring us over the 30-minute mark. This is a 1972 Topps John Riggins autograph with the Hall of Fame inscription. I think this is super cool. And I got this at CSA. There's the CSA ticket. It looks like I did that, I guess, with everything I sent to CSA. So that is that. I have no idea how many freaking slabs that was. So like I said at the beginning, we will do another one of these. It'll be the last one of these, maybe next week or the week after. And it will be a little shorter video because looking at that row in the monster, it's not as fat as this row was. So appreciate y'all watching. I've been digging all the comments in the comment section about different cards or different stories, and I think it's hilarious. I don't know if other friends of mine on here that make content, I hate that word, make videos, get this, but I think I have just as many people PM me on Facebook about the video as I do leave comments, which is weird. So till next time, adios, be safe, bye bye, toodles.